in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from Southern California. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Here we go. 10 seconds.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. Forced out wide, and he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Red, 38. Red, yellow.
Moore going in motion. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
On the set, 22 needle, blue striker. Let's go now. 6, yellow, 22. Claw, 10. Slice blue, red, cycle.
Moore going in motion.
Set.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Dante Thornton. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
60 red. 6, drill green, cluster, 6. Hut.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's complete to Moore on the right side. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Down. Hut.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and
9. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Shot, 17. Set, ready. Black, 95. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
First and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 14 at the screen, and it's a first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
Let's go. You, yellow, 10 black, red, yellow, claws red. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target.
Black 40.
I don't think it's going to be his last.
In motion, Besh.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. He's got his big tight end. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Their own 32-yard line.
Down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
wide on the RPO. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Now this looks like a design run, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to catch this all the way down inside the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Ladd McConkey. Touchdown Chargers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
60 Eagles, 60 Riggs, 79 Broncos.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught in the end zone, and they take the lead by 1.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the goal line. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
16-yard line.
Ready, break. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready. 33, yellow. Ready.
This drive will start on the ground. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Bowers the man in motion. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Third and long.
Green jack. Here we go. 6-5 blue. Black ultra. Smash red. Cut.
That one on target to Moore. That is well done there. Converting on 3rd and 15.
First down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big time quarterback.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. 31 yards.
Raiders first down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
I got to bring it to you, cowards, and it's gonna be quick. You made the finish before. You know the mother catch you run with, get done with, some quick.
Ready from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10.
Ready. Come like moving, I see.
Throwing again is Sanders. Exiting the pocket right. Taking off. And he'll somehow turn this into an positive. Get out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is impossible. Looks like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line.
First and goal.
A big play there for the Raiders. 32 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
10 black. Red, cycle. White, white. Ready?
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go. And the defense knows it too. But it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you drop on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go in, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes a return from the 3.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry here for the former Tar Heel, Omarion Hampton. And he'll get about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
The Chargers.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Captain trying to work inside. And a missed tackle there. He pushed forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Pass caught by Bond. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down. Run between the tackles for Hampton. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Open man, that is Bob. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. They'll run with Hampton. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Here's a design run. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Quick throw, taken in, to the goal line, and in by Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, L.A.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Mustang 19.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he takes it into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, let him do the rest.
Seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Down, red, yellow, 33, yellow, ready.
Now, faking the give. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott.
Off the chain, I leave soft and rain. Still walk the fame off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough.
Truly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Panther 60. Go.
Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third and long.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warriors, 70.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
Come on, ready?
A handoff as they try to run it here.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Second and 10.
Blue striker. Red, cycle, watch it. Blue, smash, red. Needle, blue. Hut.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Throwing now on third and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Oronde Gadsden the second. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far. And I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the third quarter.
And left side, it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. Here's first and 10.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Check go.
They'll look to throw. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. That will lead to a second down.
like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Throwing on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 10, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to the air one more time. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete. Marion Hampton was the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have. And fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got it about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now, this looks like a design run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From 31, here is 2nd and 3. In motion, Bech. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They gain 18 yards on that long. 1st down, Vegas.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. You can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
In motion, Bech. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's across midfield. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. And you look out there and you have a mismatch. You have a linebacker or a safety on your running back. He's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
So initially, I think the defense did a really nice job, Mike. They took away the quarterback's first couple reads, but he knows exactly where that check down is. He finds him. It's the running back in the flat. He ends up doing the rest. Picks up a nice gain before stepping out of bounds.
Look at the big man go. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. They'll go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Black shot. Red cycle. Drill green. Ready.
Back to throw. He'll swing that out wide. And he is into the end zone. The conversion successful, and they grab a 2-point lead.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then.
25-yard line.
Here's a design run. And he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's an even 40 yards.
And the Chargers.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
It's Hampton. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon. He's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
Let's go. 70 line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for two.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
Raiders 26.
Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real quick. 0 to 100.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is taken in left side by Fortson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
33, yellow.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on. 18, Cowboy 80.
Again, it's Sanders. Moving to his right. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Pesh. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
To throw again is Sanders. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, That's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Big play coming up. This is third down.
Red 45, White.
Man in motion here is Washington.
Dead.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
He pulls it in around the 5.
To number 86. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the Chargers 5-yard line.
Second and goal.
Set, ready. Black shot. 60 red. 6. Mega. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and through. And the Raiders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
30.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Now this looks like a design run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Quick throw, caught by Johnston on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Charger first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Here comes 2nd down.
19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
Now they'll set up to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down. The RPO, that one is complete. Good pickup there. He goes horizontal at the end, trying to maximize the game. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll run. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Ready.
Here's a designed run. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. But now to try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Chargers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Raiders 33.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
first down.
38. Right. Here we go. Red, 38. Red, yellow.
Moore going in motion.
Set.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
And now we're at the point in the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down.
10 black. 0 green. Black shot. Set.
He'll look to throw. Forced to his right. Going for it all. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
18, run, go! Cowboy 80, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Here we go. One final play. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. The comeback falls short. Time runs out. And this game is over. So this one, a win for the Raiders. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.